When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Melissa is reaching out. Hey, Ben and Kelly, first of all, love your show. Listen every morning on my way to work.
Thank you.
Now, let me preface this by saying I feel like my husband would never, ever cheat. But there's this woman in his office who started making me paranoid. She's recently been asking him to come over and help her with projects. Projects like moving furniture. Or one time he went over to help her unclog a drain in her bathroom, stuff like that.
Okay.
She's divorced, and my husband's a great guy, so I feel like she might be trying to steal him from me, and this could lead to an affair.
Oof.
He's been over there twice, that I know, and has told me each time before he goes over, so he's not trying to hide anything.
Okay.
My husband says it's totally innocent, but he did mention he enjoys the attention. I haven't told him it makes me uncomfortable because I don't want to seem crazy. Am I being paranoid, or do I need to put him to work for me around the house? LOL. I get it. He's an attractive guy. He's good with his hands. So this isn't the first time he's gotten the attention from another woman, but this time it just seems a little different.
Oh.
Maybe because this divorcee is younger and I guess kind of cute. Anyway, thank you for your help.
Oh. Okay, so he's a nice guy. Let's assume nothing is wrong. Like, nothing is scandalous. He's not going over there to have weird little trysts and things like that. Let's just assume everything on the surface is legit. And it
might be for him, but it's her that we're kind of concerned about. Like, what's her intentions?
Right. And she's newly divorced. She has no, quote, man or someone to help her with these certain things. And so she knows him. Maybe they're friendly at work. And she's like, hey, I need to move this cabinet from one room to the next. I have no idea how I'm going to get this done. I don't have any brothers. My dad or my parents live out of town. Can you help? Him being a nice guy, yeah, sure. Honey, I got to go help a coworker move some furniture. Okay? Yeah. So I see from his point of view where he's just, maybe he doesn't see that it could lead somewhere bad. He's just like, you know what? I like the attention, like needing to be
makes me feel needed and important.
Yeah, wanted in that sort of way. Like,
I'm able to be a helper.
I'm able to be a help when she needs help, and I'm just being a nice guy.
But I think at some point where you start to draw the line, because it's been a kind of a repeating thing. So I think at this point, maybe he starts with, there are handymen for hire around that can do odd jobs and things like that for people who need that. And I think maybe he passes along that number to her.
Yeah, and I get where if she comes to him, if Melissa comes to him and is like, hey, I don't like, because we need to armor with something other than just like, hey, I don't like it, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Right. We need to armor with like what to say then after that, because I think he's going to say, hey, it's nothing, she needs help. I'm just helping her out. It's no big deal. Like, and she needs to, I think, have something else in her, with her comeback to explain to him, to get it through his head that, look, it's not
excessive.
Just that. Yeah, it's not just that. I need to, I need more than that. So.
Yeah, I think if the next time that she's asking him to help with some sort of odd job around the house, that he has, a number for a couple of handymen that he can pass. Like, hey, these guys do this kind of thing all the time. They're the perfect person to call that, can get anything that you need taken care of around the house.
Or at least at first he can start just like blowing her off in the sense of, oh, I'm going to be, I'm really busy, or I've got some other stuff, or
just
blah,
be
blah,
busy, be unavailable.
Yeah. Okay. If you've got, I don't know if you've been in a similar type situation, but you can offer up maybe some different type of advice than what Kelly and I have just dispensed, then we'd love to hear that take, because that's what group therapy is all about, all right? So 502-795-1997. Love to hear some of your comments, maybe your stories about something like this next on 99.7 DJX. Melissa's husband has the attention of a divorced coworker who's asking him to help her with some projects around the house, like moving furniture. But she's beginning to worry that the project may lead to, like, cheating.
Yeah, so she's, just not sure about
Yeah.
the divorcee's intentions. She trusts her husband, but is afraid that maybe he keeps putting himself in a situation that could evolve into trouble. Sassy Matt says, I don't see an issue at this point. He's loyal. More than likely, he's going to stay loyal. She has a catch. Let him enjoy the ego boost. Don't let insecurities make it worse. Then Lisa's rolling in, though. End it. End it now. There is no other answer. I am divorced. I can find someone besides a married man to help me with things. No, Ben. If the wife is not being invited, it needs to end. There are no words for that. End it.
Now, Katie, you've been in this situation.
So I used to be a single mom, and so my small group would help me with stuff at my house. But like, if any of the guys from the small group that were married would come over and help, they would always have someone else with them. So like a kid or their wife, or two of them would come at the same time. So it was never one guy at the same time, never one-on-one.
That's a good idea. So you're almost like suggesting maybe she comes along with, or he takes someone else with him when he goes over to help.
He can still help out, but he needs to just make sure someone else is there.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep, I like it. Thank you, Katie.
Uh-huh.
And now, Joseph, you've got a different approach to all this?
So I was thinking maybe she ought to invite her over for dinner one night and get an idea of how she really is.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Befriend her.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, you can see if she's really a slut. But I'm kind of catty, so, I'm kind of thinking I'd be all over my man all night long to show her off. So, I don't know. But it's a thought.
Right, it is a thought. Yeah. So almost like keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer.
And marking your territory a little bit.
Yeah, you got to do that.
All right, thank you, Joseph.
Now, see, to go along with that, Alma is kind of the same way. How about, hey, I'll come with you. And then, you and her can sip on some tea while the husband fixes and do whatever, needs to be done. And then, Melissa and the coworker can become friends. Then maybe if the coworker has ill intentions, then she's not going to like her coming over. So she's going to get the hint and stop asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we've got several good ways to approach this that doesn't necessarily take the want or the attention that the husband is getting away, but also gets the point across that, listen, this is all he's doing.
Right. Staking my ground. We're agreeing that I think Melissa needs to at least meet this woman. Mm-hmm. Tag along, maybe help, just to befriend her, just so that she knows, hey, my territory. And just really just kind of scope it out. If she thinks that she's truly like in a tough spot, she doesn't feel like she has anyone that she can call anymore.
Yeah.
Doesn't really know. It could be, entirely innocent.
Right.
And, she's familiar with him and felt comfortable with asking him.
Right.
Instead, maybe she's afraid to ask a stranger, even a professional, to come to her house and help her. What you just don't know. So I think if Melissa goes, meets her, scopes it out, gets a feel for the dynamic going on.
Yeah, but that needs to definitely be the next thing that happens. Like yes. You can't let him go by himself again before that happens. Because the next one could be like, oh, I just need to have my bed moved from one room to the next.
Hey, 3 people are better than just the 2 to get it done faster,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, for sure. All right, so there you go. That is group therapy. Hopefully that helps, Melissa. Thank you, and keep us posted.